Lucky Boys Podcast.
And you can see how fragile the ecosystem is, right? Because of that move, a lot of people was like, they started selling.
Yeah.
So it made the price go down about 10% or so, but it's right back up. As of today, it's back up over 9,000. I think 91, 9,200.
I did see it go to 10,000. I was like, oh my God, yes, this is happening.
Yeah.
and then I saw like the dip, and the rest of the cryptocurrencies started following suit.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so odd how like everything's kind of coupled together, right? When Bitcoin rises, so does everything else.
Yeah.
When Bitcoin drops, so does everything else.
That's the granddaddy, you know. It's like the US dollar is tied to everything, like in, you know, fiat currency.
Right.
You know, if the dollar goes down.
So it makes me think, like, is it because you use Bitcoin to buy all the other altcoins? Like, what's the reasoning? Like, how does that?
I think it's just the ecosystem, right? The cryptocurrency ecosystem.
So whether you even shit coins, you know, sorry for my French, but like, you know, it moves up and down with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just I think it just follows the cryptocurrency ecosystem, and everything is tied to Bitcoin, because when you do make purchases on exchanges, you have to exchange Bitcoin for other coins. I think that was in the beginning. That was how it was.
Right.
used.
You need Bitcoin if you wanted to buy
Other
Ethereum.
yeah.
Well, actually, no, Ethereum you could have bought straight out from in a lot of exchanges. It was very popular.
Depending on which exchange
Right.
that you go to. Yeah.
Right. And which country?
Yeah.
So your prediction, what do you think Bitcoin is going to be by the end of the year, 2020? Crazy 2020.
You know what? I actually honestly thought, because of what was happening in the economy and with the pandemic, I thought digital currency was going to blow up. But it didn't really, it didn't really happen.
I actually thought the opposite.
Really?
I think that if the economy tanks, so will Bitcoin. Think about it. No one's working.
Yeah, I thought the US dollar was going to be affected more, and then digital currency will overtake.
I think the only way that can happen is if people deem the US dollar as the almighty USD is not so almighty.
Yeah.
And that it's worthless. And there's people, I'm not saying whether it is or isn't, but what I am saying is that people have that, if the masses have that general knowledge where they lose faith in the US dollar, where they're going, it's not as strong as we thought it was, I think that's when a lot of people will start flocking over to Bitcoin. So I think we're really far away from that, really far. And I think even if we were close to something like that, they would immediately put laws into place, making it very difficult to transact in any cryptocurrency that's not regulated.
Well, outside of the U.S., it's pretty usable from what I read. Like in places that don't have a lot of financial regulations, like in the U.S., there's plenty.
Right, but what I'm talking about U.S. in general, like,
yeah.
I mean, I think U.S. is a big player. You need U.S. to be along. Like, we can't just ignore something going, oh, other countries are cool with it, F U.S. Like, the truth is, you say that all you want to make yourself feel better, but U.S. are a major player. Major, but just like China is a major player.
Yeah.
Right? U.S. is also a major player.
If China adopts cryptocurrencies,
they are.
Yeah, if
they are. They created their own. It's called like e-yuan.
Oh, okay.
They're moving towards that, where they're. They're ahead of like a lot of countries in the way they settle payments.
Yeah,
it was really fast. Everything's done through an app. In terms of being a cashless society, China's ahead of the game there.
WeChat is huge.
I mean,
everyone uses WeChat to pay for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I think eventually, we're laggards in that sense, but I think with this whole COVID-19, it accelerated us a few years into the future, digitally especially. So I think, I don't know where Bitcoin is going to be in all this. I don't know what place it will have, but I do think that there will be a move into some form of electronic currency.
Hmm.
I don't know if it will be Bitcoin or Ethereum or Ripple or XRP for that matter, but I mean, look at China. It has an e-yuan. But thinking about China, they seem okay with Bitcoin. That's what's also very interesting, where they said you're allowed to transact in Bitcoin.
That's the thing. I think Bitcoin will
They
act,
haven't outlawed it.
right. I think Bitcoin will act how the dollar was first linked to gold. I think Bitcoin is going to be that digital gold, and every other cryptocurrency will be linked to Bitcoin. So unless they kind of detach it, and then unless they detach it and they say like, okay, we don't have these cryptocurrencies being backed by an actual asset, right? So that's how I think.
Well, China's not backing their e-yuan.
To Bitcoin.
No,
Okay.
no. Right now, as of right now, it is not. So I think, I don't know what they're gonna back it, but there was rumors that I think they're gonna they might back it to their regular yuan,
Okay.
which is supposedly, I think, backed by gold.
That's interesting.
Or the fiat. I think most fiat has to be backed by some type of
Well,
commodity.
The U.S. dollar hasn't been backed by an actual physical gold for years now, for decades. So, I mean, that's why the U.S. the U.S. government can print as much.
But wouldn't that
fiat
depreciate
cash.
the value of
Yeah,
your
it would.
dollar?
It would inflate everything. That's why there's so much talk about inflation right now, because the U.S. is pumping out more money, fiat money, to stimulate the economy. So that's something we have to worry about.
How do you feel about UBI?